Hi again, you join me on this wet Wednesday. I've been waiting to try and get out to work and it just keeps raining, so I decided to come out to the shed. This is the latest Puch I bought. You'll have seen a video of this. Yeah, what I want to do, the plan at the moment is to start the engine while it's on the bike still. So I want to start it and then get it off of the bike, and then I'm going to probably put the sort of frame and the wheels and everything just in storage. Yeah, because I think I'm going to put this engine, well, I plan to put this engine on the purple Puch behind at some point, because this is a kickstart engine, but I want to know how it goes before I take it out of this one. So what I've done, I've had a look in where the points go. You can see the points that aren't on there at the moment, and nor was the condenser, should be in that hole there. So I've bought a kit, like a rebuild kit, with the parts I need. So what I'm going to do now is just take this off. You don't need to see that, there's only 3 screws, one there and one at the bottom. And then a whole lot will come off, and then you'll join me when I'm on the bench with it. So now we have the stator on the bench. They were the points I'd already taken out, and that was the rest of it, and that wire was just loosely in there. So yeah, I've got to try and sort this out. But what I have got is this one out of my silver Puch, which I can use as a bit of a reference to know where everything goes. You can see there is where the well, here it is, the new condenser is. Got that. I've got that part which would replace that, so yeah, I'll put that in. And I have got new points and a new HT lead, which I might just use a red one anyway, I'll just decide. But yeah, so I'm going to get fitting these on, but my first job will be to press that in, which shouldn't be too bad. The yellow wire is still on there, because I think that's for the lighting side of things. The blue wire, where did that come from on there? Blue wire come off the, yeah, come off the points as well. So it's going to be a little bit of head scratching, but it shouldn't be too bad. And on there I've got the blue wire off of there to there, so that's okay. And yeah, I haven't got the other one on there, so yeah, that's slightly different, but I'll just have to work it out as I go, because this is slightly, well, about 8 years newer than this one. So just let me get organised and then we'll get sorted. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to unscrew them off of there. So basically I'll strip that stator plate right down. So it's just a matter of them screws there. This actually was loose. I did have a little bit of a play with it, and this was loose. So I think it's been obviously been messed around with, and yeah, the whole Puch has, to be honest. But it's some good spares on it, and let's hope the engine is complete inside. The kickstart doesn't spring all the way back, so I'm going to have to do a kickstart spring, but it shouldn't really affect things too much starting it. But it's all yeah, a bit of when people have messed around with things, it's always more difficult than when you take it apart yourself, because you know what's what. You haven't got a clue, and other people have been playing around with things. A lot of the time people haven't got much of a clue either, so we shall have a look anyway. But if I can get this off, then I'll try and push that new condenser in. So it's definitely got to be in there. God, it's tight. I have to do that off camera, because I might just have to hold it better in the vise for that one. I'll try once more. Oh yeah, I've done it. So that bit will go back on, because this is for the lighting side of things. So I'll just keep them screws hovering in place, really. Hovering in place, you know, just in place like that. And then we've got that wire to come out. So yeah, just put that there. So we've got that now. So what I'm going to do is try and push that in there. Oh, that cap bit does come off. So I'm going to see if I can get a socket just around the top edge of that and push it in the vise. I'll try and show you that, but it might work out, it will not. We'll see, because it's got to go in about that distance. So yeah, we'll have a look. Personally, I don't think this is going to be no easy task, but yeah, I've just had an idea. So let's have a go. This is not going to be easy, I don't think, but if my hand's getting in the way, I do apologise, because I'm trying to sort of work out the best way to sort of do this, but this might work. Got it to there, so I just need to see how sort of square that is. That's better. Yeah, I think we're winning. Quite nicely that's gone in. Thing is, I've got, how far are we gone? Still a while ago, yeah. It's hard to get everything lined up. But once it's started, it is much easier. I think I'm actually going to say it's done. So yeah, what I did with that, to save damaging anything around there, I just put a washer on there and then the socket on top of the washer, and then pressed in OK. Actually, so yeah, that'll be okay for that. I will just double check that it's in there far enough, but you can see on there that is level there. So yeah, we'll get it back together now. So I'm half tempted not to bother with the light inside the things at the moment, because I don't really need them on there, because this is just to test it out. What way round is that going? Was it like that before? Forgot how it come off now. Yeah, it's been like that. So yeah, that will go back onto there like so. There isn't really a setting, it's just well, there isn't a setting at all, it's just little bolts go straight through. So we'll get them in. The only sort of adjustment is actually for the ignition timing on the stator plate there, with them little slots. And a screwdriver. Just try and get them started. The whole kit was about £37, I think. Yeah, they come from Germany, I think. I might have been able to shop around and get it a bit cheaper, but just for quickness, really. It was on eBay, and eBay's always, I always find it the quickest way to buy something. Website's alright, but it takes longer to go through the payment bits and that. Even if you use PayPal, it still takes a little while. But we'll get that in there. So yeah, I'll just tighten them up, and then I'll get the next bits into place, and let's see where we are. I'll just do that off camera. Yeah, so what I've got to do, I've got to take that little nut off there. I think there's a little washer under there as well. Just put that to the side. So that has got to fit on. I really want to tuck it in a little bit. That's got to fit onto there. And then the points one will fit onto there as well. Sure this is correct. Much you have to mess around with points now, you know, like on mowers and that, you don't have to. So everything's like electronic ignition. And then that points will go like a locator there. That locates into it the other way around. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. So then they'll adjust. I've got to find a little screw for that, which I think is in the tub. I took it off the other day. Oh, it should have been. Let me look for that. So I have put that screw in. It was a bit of a job to get in actually, because there's not much room there. But yeah, I got it in. I haven't actually tightened it really tight, but it's quite tight. Now I'm thinking, because that was sort of hanging a little bit loose around there, if I actually put the lighting part back on, that's going to hold that in place. So what I'm going to do is actually put that back on, and I don't think there's actually any. There's only actually one thing that comes off of it. It's the yellow wire that's on it. So I'll just tuck that probably through the hole at the moment, just so it's on there and everything's in place, because I might not do anything with this engine for a little while, but at least it'll all be together. So I'm just gonna screw that on there. If I can get that up there, I'll do the same there. Yes, I'm just going to tighten that, and it holds it, if you see what I mean, holds everything in place, and it stops that wire from maybe getting caught on the flywheel. So that's going to basically be that, really. I should have put that cap on first, really, but it's not going to really matter at the moment, because that just helps the wires from sort of not getting moved over. But I'll tighten them, so that should all be fine. And then I'll tighten them two up, and then we'll put it back on and see if we've got a spark. So now I'm pretty sure that's all done. I've put the HT lead back on. I used the one that was on the Moped because I thought it was a little bit better than the one they sent me. I've got a new. This come with the rebuild kit, a new plug cap and some other bits. So I'll get that on there, and but I can't put that on there until I've pushed that through the part in the engine where it goes through. And then I've got adjuster points. I've just got to go inside and see the point settings, and then we'll see if we've got a spark. I apologise beforehand if I'm going to get in the way. My hands will probably get in the way here, but I'll do my best to try and let you see the gist of what I'm doing. I need that plug lead, the HT lead, through first. I'll put the plug cap on right at the end, then get that in line. I know roughly where it was. Fine, ignition timing will be needed at some point, but to see if it's got a spark and see if it'll go, I'm sure I can put this all back to where it was. I haven't got particularly big hands, but for this sort of job it'd be good if you had little hands. Like I said, I haven't got to do this sort of stuff quite so much anymore. There we go. I think they're all about halfway around the slot actually, so that's what I'm going to go with at the minute. Yeah, because the points are sort of half hanging out originally when I got it, so I've got to remember to tighten that as well. So yeah, it had definitely been messed around. I don't think the screw was in there for the points, or if it was, they were very, very loose, so someone had been playing around with it. But as that's new, and that's new, I can't really see. I'm going to have a problem. So yeah, I've just got to remember to tighten that there. I'll do that now. Find a tool appropriate enough. I think probably I could just go up with pliers on that. if you want an old thing to sort of project in the shed, Puches aren't a bad one because so many parts are available for them. It's so easy to get the parts for them. That is a bit of a problem there, that wire that needs to go through that hole there, which it doesn't seem to want to at the moment. Ah, that's okay because it's sort of tucked behind now. I don't think the flywheel's going to hit that. I think it's going to be okay, just tucked behind there at the moment. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just, well, actually I can do that while you're watching. I'm going to put the, tighten that and that. Where the keyway bit's gone, oh, there it is. To make sure I get it on in the right position. I think I'm just going to have to that's really irritating, that cable there. I think that's in place okay. I'll just put the nut on now. So I was all ready to show you it spark and it actually didn't, but I think I know why. I just roughly set the points, but I don't think that was a problem. I adjusted them a couple of times and still nothing. That plastic bit, I should have put that on because they were earthing out on, well, on the casing of the condenser, so that should have been on there. So yeah, there was an error on my count. That yeah, that should be on there. Now I've put it on there. I'm just going to tighten that up, put the flywheel back on, and I'm pretty sure it should spark because I can't see why it shouldn't do so. Yeah, just let me tighten that up, put it on, and then I'll show you, and hopefully we'll have spark this time. I did record it last time, but yeah, no spark. So yeah, I'll show you it hopefully sparking as soon as I've done that. So here goes. I don't get shocked. Actually, I'll put the door to a little bit to get rid of a bit of the light. The way you see that beautiful spark. Zoom in a little bit just so you can see it a little bit better. Yep, we have spark. That's good. Yeah, well, just that bit. Yeah, that was an error. So goes to show you should use everything that's in the pack when it comes. So yeah, I can forget about that part now. That's all. I will obviously, and everything's back on. I haven't sorted out anything to do with that lighting coil at the bottom at the moment. That's something I'll do at a later date. I just want to hear this running first.